Okay, on today's video, we're going to place emphasis on this 2002 Acura RSX, specifically the shifter assembly. Let me go ahead and show you guys what's going on. Okay, inside the car here on the stock shifter assembly, as you can see, this thing has a lot of play to it. Forwards and backwards, left and right. This thing should not have any play whatsoever. So basically, there's plastic bushings on the shifter mechanism where the shifter cables connect to the actual shaft. So in order to get access down here, what we need to do is go ahead and unscrew the shifter knob, turn it to the left, and this will expose the threads. And the next step, we're going to take this plate right here, and this is the front, and this is about the back side right here. So we're basically going to pull upwards, and this shift bag and this plate will come right up, and then we'll be able to see what's going on inside here. So let me go ahead and remove this. Okay, change of plans on removal of the shift knob. I was actually able to pull this plate up and leave the shift knob and the boot in place. I actually have a hose clamp on the bottom here, and there's actually a bolt on the bottom side of that shift knob, which is a pain in the butt to remove. But so we have straight access of where we need to work at, which is right here. Let me go ahead and show you guys what's going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the shifter and show you. So basically, I'm moving that shifter forwards and backwards, and there's a lot of play right there. That's not how it's supposed to be. As you can look down there in that cavity and right down there in the shifter ball, there's a lot of plastic pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a vacuum and suck those pieces out right here. And then we can go ahead and take this cotter pin off and slide that shifter rod off and go ahead and insert our new plastic bushing. So let's go ahead and clean this area up first. So I went ahead and took the vacuum to the shifter ball assembly, cleaned that as best I could. Also the front cavity right there of all the plastic remnants. Now we're left with the shifter rod. So I'm gonna go ahead, get some pliers, undo this cotter pin right here, bend these tabs backwards and pull out this cotter pin. And then we'll be able to slide this shifter rod right off this rod assembly right here for the shifter itself. So let's go ahead, undo this cotter pin, pull it out, and take this shifter rod and slide it off. Okay, so here's the kit I received. It comes with these two style of pins. I don't think I trust these, so I'm gonna go ahead and reuse the cotter pins that were on there originally. And then we have a larger diameter plastic bushing and a smaller diameter. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that this larger one is the one we're working with. This is the forwards and backwards, and I believe the smaller one is left and right. I think the left and right is fine, but what we're concentrating on is the forwards and backwards. So let's go ahead, slide this plastic bushing inside the shifter cable and go ahead and reassemble it. All right, let's go ahead and see if our efforts have paid off. See how much play the shifter has. So it's just a little bit of play, forwards and backwards. It's not as bad as it was before. So it's not as solid as you might think, but to me it feels pretty good. I think the replacement of that disintegrated plastic bushing helped by leaps and bounds with the way this thing's feeling right now. Let me go ahead and put it in gear. Yeah, that definitely feels pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And by the way, those plastic shifter bushings and those clips, that kit was about $24 shipped. Not many companies make that, but that was the best deal I can find. I'll go ahead and leave that link below. And that about wraps up the installation of replacement shifter bushings on your shifter assembly for an Acura RSX, and this probably works for a lot of Hondas as well.